welcome to Midtown Malfunction. My name is Carson Taylor.
I'm Ryan D. Adams.
And we are here with our special guest all the way from New Orleans, Louisiana. It is Ryan Rogers.
Oh my God. Thanks for having me, guys. This is
Thank
so
you.
fun.
It's a big deal.
Thank you for being here.
Big deal. Coming all the way an hour and change, basically. Almost 2 hours.
Dude,
it's insane.
It's almost like the actual length of the ride doesn't matter. Like, I would ask from where and to where did you go? Like, that's the quality of the ride that I want to know. Like, what part of the country was that 2 hours?
100%.
That matters.
I love coming to Mobile recently because it's like I'm just now realizing that it's like closer to New Orleans than Lafayette. Like, just and the drive is so much easier and so much better to come here.
Yeah.
That's why I've been like popping up a lot because I'm like, if I want to go do shows, I can just drive fucking 2 hours basically.
And big news, we just got the train, the Mardi Gras service, the Amtrak
Oh,
train
yeah.
just opened up that goes from Mobile to New Orleans. I think it's like $15 for
Is
the
that
ride.
it?
I think so. That's
No
what
shit.
I'd have to look it up.
Are you
My
gonna ride
phone's
that
over
train?
there. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I'm
What is
not-
that train for?
I'm not. It's. I can see it if like you planned like a weekend trip or like some kind of like I'm gonna go to Bourbon Street, get drunk.
You think
for
the train
night
is
or
for
whatever.
Mobile people to go to New Orleans? There's no wrong answer. I don't fucking know.
I have no idea either.
I don't know what it is. And also, is it going past Mobile, or is this
No.
where it ends?
Mobile is Mobile is the stop that's the most east, and New Orleans is the stop that's the most
Okay.
west.
This
In
is so
between,
weird.
Yeah,
I want to know what demand was created for this. Like,
Yeah,
I'm just like,
I-
does anyone from either city want this?
Here's-
Like,
Old,
it's so
old
weird.
people probably do.
Here's what I think. I like it as part of a bigger whole. Like, I like it as we get this line and that line connects to other lines throughout the country.
Right. Like
And
the next
then-
line goes to Savannah.
Yeah.
I'm in.
And then we keep going and create a train line or whatever, a network that goes like nationwide, and you can just get to places in the country easily.
Yeah, on the one hand,
that was the vision for
totally.
me.
That's a
But-
great fantasy, but it's also very weird to be happening in 2025.
Yeah,
Isn't
we
that
should've
weird?
been-
It would
had
be
this.
amazing though to get on a train and then bump into another comedian on a train and be like, "I'm on tour." I'm like, "I'm on tour."
See, that would make sense.
Yeah, if this was like step one, I'm like, if
In
this
the
is all of it, I'm like,
1800s.
I don't know why that.
yeah, it's vaudeville.
I just don't understand why. And if
Yeah,
this
that-
was like a bullet train, like if this was like a Tokyo to Kyoto
Nah,
level
dude.
train, no, it's a fucking
Normal.
normal train. That's weird.
Amtrak.
It's an
yes.
Amtrak. That's stupid.
Yeah, like see, I was so on board. Wow, I was so like with this, and until you pointed that out, I'm like, yeah, trains are kind of like an industrial revolution kind
then
of
I-
like
look,
advancement. Like,
look,
I'm
it
so
would've been
excited We got a
useful-
train.
It would have been useful for me to get from New Orleans to here. Awesome. But then I'm here without a car. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
then what? Then I wait. I have to stay somewhere by the train station. I get back. Like, it's already created more problems.
Yeah. All right. So I don't live in New Orleans. Is New Orleans better for getting around carless?
No.
Well,
It's a horribly unwalkable place depending on, like, the city as a whole. No, you need a fucking car. Like, there are certain neighborhoods, like Uptown, French Quarter, where it's like, yeah, you could walk to get to the things you need. But, like, no. City as a whole, you need a car.
Ryan, I don't know who this is for. I
I mean,
actually have no idea now.
It's definitely for old people who missed the train, like who used to
Totally.
ride
It's
the train.
gotta
Because
be.
my grandpa, when he was alive, would say that all the time. Like, Mobile used to have a great train, and we need a train back. And like, that's it. But it's weird. I tell people all the time that Mobile, like my uncle, worked for the State Department in Washington D.C., and so he travels, goes to bigger cities, travels the world all the time and everything. And like, he came to Mobile to stay for a month to visit my grandpa when he was sick, and he was just like, "Dude, y'all are like." In the year 2006.
Yeah.
It was like 2019. He was like, y'all are so behind the times. It's crazy.
100%.
He was like, I can't get my groceries delivered. And I was like, y'all do that? Like, I was shocked. I was like, y'all had like whenever like this was happening. But because yeah, they were saying that like it's so crazy up there. They're like, yeah, we have drone light shows during festivals. It's like, oh, we just got a
What?
train.
Yeah, 100%. We are entering the Industrial Revolution right now. Wait till you guys see when coal hits. Like, it's going to be wild.
yeah.
like we're like eye to eye with Cuba or some shit. Like
Oh,
just got the Studebakers and shit.
That is so whack. I lived in California for a little while, and, like, I miss a lot of the innovation shit a lot, like, all the time. It was on the cutting edge of a lot of shit. Like, there were cool things that we had in San Francisco that immediately I had to give up when I came to New Orleans
Yeah.
again when I moved back home. And I do miss that. I mean, to be an industrialized, like a super industrialized, like tech forward place, like it's got its drawbacks too. Like when I was there when pandemic hit, and we were the first ones to shelter in place for real, like quarantine, because San Francisco has to out liberal. We have to.
Yeah.
And I was a resident of San Francisco for years, and we were just like, the fuck are we doing? So it's a trade-off. To get like cool shit, it's also you're gonna have to deal with like other bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it was on the podcast or what, but we were watching or saw something that was like a horrible instrument of war, and I was like, why did we make that? Like, and I'm like, well, it's probably the price we pay for being able to like go outside and no bombs dropping over my head. It's like, oh, that's because there's something over there that's a terrible war machine that's keeping me safe. I'm not sure.
Are you defending the military-industrial complex?
I'm trying not to.
You're doing a bad job.
No, like the thing is, like, while I don't like it, I realize, like, what are you gonna do? Like, step outside of it? What are you gonna like? I mean, I'm not. I don't have the connections to do that.
I think this is a great plan.
There's
Just
no
stick
plan.
to it. The plan is complacency. I'm not fighting you. I'm with you.
I'm not fighting anybody. So, like, that's my plan.
That is the stance, though.
Not fighting. I'm not good at that.
Hey,
no.
guys, if things get too bad, we can always just hop on a train.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
We can go as far as New Orleans.
There's a horror and or like apocalypse movie to be made about this train. It's happening.
Yeah, it could be.
Ooh, look, it could be like Train to Busan, but like in English.
Exactly.
Ooh.
And it's to Mobile.
You're gonna get through.
Worst place.
You're gonna get through as you're gonna be riding through Mississippi, and it's going like those videos in India where someone's gonna be there with a stick to knock your phone out of your hand as you're like.
I like to think
epidemic of Mississippians stealing phones on
Yes.
the train.
it's a horror movie, but like there's no monsters, there's no like inherent danger or anything. It's just a bunch of people on the train nervous that they're going to end up in Mobile. And like that's the movie. Like they're just like, man, fucking. Oh god,
That's actually really funny. What if that's the twist?
Feature length, just like close-up shots of them like sweating, like nervous, like wincing a little bit. Like
That's such a
let's
thing.
do
Is
it.
if you're from a small, really like nice, quaint little town in Mississippi, then you get off the train at 1 a.m. at Water Street.
Yes. That is the movie.
Oh, shit.
That's so good. It's so Beau is Afraid vibes. That's really cool. I love hiding the idea that Mobile is the twist. I think that's really cool. And people are sweating it the whole time and they're panicking and it feels very like, I don't know, train to the camp vibes.
Yeah, like
But it's just Mobile.
You think they're going somewhere horrible, and they are.
And they're only panicking because of detox or like withdrawal because they're leaving New Orleans.
Oh, and it's slowly revealed that this is the bus filled with all the like, because there's a conspiracy theory that they've been like busing homeless people in, like, there's some kind of like, I don't know what this is, or like if we're gonna get canceled for even pointing this out, but like cities around the Gulf Coast have been having like weird shifts in their homeless population
Because they're busing them and sending them to other cities.
I got bad news for you. Remember 5 seconds ago we were talking about the West Coast having innovations like that?
Yeah.
They were doing that in California 20 years ago.
See, we are behind.
They'd be busing them from Vegas and shit into the Bay Area. That's
Yes.
how the homeless epidemic like ballooned, because they were busing homeless people into San Francisco and into LA and into Seattle.
Well, we're finally doing that.
Great.
We caught up.
Yeah.
We're with the times now.
Someone just heard about it.
Yeah, it would be cool if like
Kay
it's-
Ivey
it's
just learned
revealed,
what that was.
Like that's the movie. Like it's like these are the homeless people that are like
getting
on the
bused.
way to Mobile.
See,
Dude,
this is actually really good.
that's gonna be social commentary and shit.
Yeah, I didn't know we'd be pitching screenplays, but this is like a really good idea.
I never
Next
know.
year we're gonna get penicillin, and then
It's over for you hoes. Infant mortality is gonna like be saved.
You guys heard of this vaccine?
Yeah.
No.
Holy shit. Yeah, I think honestly, to speak of COVID, a lot of us just like roughed it.
Really?
Yes, like, a lot
yeah.
of people were like, "I'm not taking that shit, dude." It was oddly.
There was a
prevalent.
moment where we were getting our groceries delivered from Safeway, and we were Lysoling them down before we brought them into the house. That's how fucked we were.
holy shit.
We really believed this, like how bad it was. I mean, not that it wasn't, but like, we overcorrected so hard in California.
No, it was like people in California and my mom. And that was it. Cause like I was like did lockdown with my mom, and she first of all, if she gets like ever got any kind of like respiratory disease or whatever, it will be like curtains, like it'd be really bad. Like, so she was already like on edge, and then it added the paranoia of like, hey, people outside the house are dying too.
Oh,
like
great.
she was like, whenever we like came home with groceries, it was like the groceries are over here, the sink with like detergent and bleach, and then all of the clean shit over here, and we just had a factory. And yeah, it was wild.
Man,
for
that's
about
brutal.
a month.
Don't you miss it?
No, it sucked. I played a lot of Smash.
I wish I would have been sober because I wasn't a sober person when it happened, and I was just I was buying a handle of Evan Williams Green Label when they're still making it, and I was just drinking half a bottle of that every day and drinking warm Andy Gators, and I like he hadn't moved in yet, so in my apartment I moved into my.
You guys
apartment.
lived together?
Yeah, we lived together for like
neat.
almost 5 years.
What?
Yeah.
Are you on like a phone
literally-
plan or anything too? That'd be cool.
No, I literally moved out of that situation that I just mentioned into the place that I live now.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
like
been
when
since then.
I first moved
crushing.
in, I only had a mattress on my floor, a refrigerator, and a couch, and I had to stay like that for 6 months because I couldn't do anything. So I was just buying alcohol and sitting on my mattress on the floor and just chugging whiskey.
Do you ever think about that? Are you ever like in a peaceful place right now?
Yeah.
And every now and then you reflect on it and you're like, I kind of missed it a little bit. Or
No,
like that was a
the
brutal
chaos.
time.
I have no desire to drink, so there are moments where I was like, that was kind of rock and roll, but then there's other moments where I'm like, man,
That was
if I,
rock bottom.
if I could have seen myself from the outside, I'm like, this is sad.
plus, I do love like the dichotomy of like how we deal with thinking the world is about to end. It's like I'm with my mom, like preparing and like trying to survive as long as possible. You're in a empty room with a mattress and a handle. Of whiskey, like we're riding
Learning
this shit
Bob
out.
Dylan songs on
Yeah,
the guitar,
that's so
chugging
funny.
whiskey.
Oh my god! I knew when we got locked down, my coke habit was out of control.
Yeah.
Out of control. And I was putting down like a gram a day and then 8 balls on the weekends when I lived there. Like this went on for years. And when pandemic hit, I was like, this is going to be really, really bad because I can't have it.
Yeah.
And I needed it. Like I needed cocaine to
Yeah.
live. And I was like, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to drink. So I didn't drink. I just made the decision. I didn't drink at all for the first like 3-4 months. And then we moved to New Orleans and it was like game fucking on.
So you didn't do blow the entire time too?
No.
Oh, because they went together.
They went together,
Yeah.
and where was I going to get? I couldn't go to my dealer's house. Where was he going to get it? Like it was just like the
Yeah.
supply chain was gone.
Yeah.
So, but the minute we moved to New Orleans, like it was maybe 5 months into the pandemic, and people were living normal lives, and people were going out to like the quarter and fucking around. So I like got back on it harder than ever, and then that was the beginning of the end.
I have heard they say that when you're sober, that you don't realize, but your addiction is inside of you, lifting weights, getting stronger, waiting for you to fuck up.
100%. That's a real thing, and that's why a lot of programs will train you for things like death of a loved one,
Yeah.
because that's like the number one reason people relapse.
That scares me. It
fucking crazy?
scares
It
the
is.
shit out of me. I
It
think
scares
about it
me
a lot.
too.
I think about it a lot. Like,
Drew knows. My husband knows. I'm like, anything happens to you, I'm twisting in the wind.
Yeah, dude.
Like I'm gonna be twirling the pookie. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be fucked up.
Twirling the pookie.
My other thing is like if someone shoots a certain president, I'm relapsing. I'm serious. I'm celebrating so hard.
Dude, I love the joke of people not saying it, but referencing. So when it happens,
Yeah, why
this is
hasn't
what,
it
like,
happened
when
yet?
they just say when it we all know what the fuck they're talking about. Like it's
You can leave that
hilarious.
if you want to, but I said
I'm
it. I
leaving
mean,
it. I don't
Dude,
care.
We've said some shit.
We've
on
said
this
some
podcast.
shit.
Yeah.
I mean it though. Like if that's what happened when they legalized gay marriage. I got up I found out at work, and I was at work, and that came up on CNN, and I got up and I left in front of my boss and everyone. I was like, I'm going out, and they were like, you go right ahead.
No shit.
This
I went
is
awesome.
straight to the
y'all.
French Quarter in the middle of the day by myself and got trashed. And one by one, other gay people started leaving their offices, and we all just like met up in the quarter. It was fun.
Holy
I'm gonna do the
shit.
same thing when this happens. When
Yeah.
it happens, I am. I'm
Yeah.
not kidding. Everyone knows that. I'm like, I'm getting fucked up, and then I'm not gonna do it again. But that day, I am.
We'll call it Tea Day.
Yeah, totally.
It's like
so fun.
it's like the purge where we get like a 6 to 12 hour period where nothing counts.
Yeah.
And then we just go back to life
That's
as normal.
fun.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's pitch that.
Yeah.
I'm just
So-
surprised no one's done it. Right?
Well, yeah.
Right? You would think someone tried, but I also have thoughts about that.
Yeah, no,
and
it was
how
a hoax.
Performative and weird.
Everyone
Thank you.
knows it's a hoax
Thank
now.
you.
It's
All
a
right,
hoax.
cool.
It's
So
just
we're
not
there
real.
now?
No
So
one
we're
talks
there?
about it anymore. That's what's crazy. It's like that should go down in top 20 events in American history. A president was.
We still talk about
I
it.
know.
We still talk
I
about
know.
people shooting JFK.
Right.
All the time we talk about it. Like, so,
I think when it happens, it's going to look like Brand New Day from The Wiz.
yeah.
Oh,
We're going to be
man.
like rewinding it like back and forth. Like,
Oh, my God. Oh, it's going to be so lit.
back into the
Sometimes I think about it before I go to bed, and I'm like, good night.
A marching band's just gonna come outside and just start playing Pure Imagination early in the
Yes.
morning.
Oh, my God. Stand-up will be so good again. Like, our jobs are going to be easy peasy.
That first
We're on
open mic,
Easy
dude.
Street.
Oh,
Austin's going to be grieving.
Yeah.
The fucking
You know,
mothership is going to put
I
black
was gonna
curtains
say
up.
that earlier. It's like, you know what's crazy is the way California treated COVID created the Austin comedy scene.
100%.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's
Like,
exactly
that's
right.
what happened.
Man, that's such a bummer.
I do. There was because of course I consider myself an ally and all that, but someone did. Who
Of
was
what?
It? Of all the things that are not what's going on in the presidency right now. Like what? Ally of the people. Like,
But you're not going to
us.
say liberal.
well, yeah. Well, I consider myself a liberal, but what happens is because I used to consider myself a Democrat, right? Right.
Right.
And now it's like you. Then I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm a liberal now. Leftist, I guess I would call myself.
That's what I call
But,
myself
like,
too.
whenever
You're not alone. I call
whenever-
myself a leftist instead of
whenever
a
I wanna-
Democrat.
Whenever I want to call myself something, and I'm like, this is what I am and this is what I believe, those people will start doing things that I'm just like, stop,
I know.
stop it. And that's
I
what I was
know.
going to say is like, I feel like there's a little bit of responsibility. It's like some of y'all annoyed some people into fascism. I'm going to be honest.
That's
They're-
not wrong.
Yeah, like someone said that and it stung when I heard it, but I was
I
like,
think
you
it's
know,
Mark Maron that is like that's
Yeah.
one of his new bits.
and it like I don't know, it's like there's a little bit of acceptance that needs to happen there, but just a little bit, to be clear, little bit, because this other 99.9% is straight up fascism.
I
and-
see.
and
I used
bigotry
to
and
be
shit.
so fucked up all the time that I had no opinion on anything. People
Yeah.
asked me how I feel, so I didn't know if I was on the left or the right. And then I sobered up and I was like, well, I feel like all living humans deserve the basic rights to living, a bit healthcare, did
Healthcare.
stuff like that. And then someone's like, well, you're liberal. I'm like, I guess I'm liberal.
Isn't that so
And it's
dumb when you
weird.
break it down?
Yeah, and then when you say that and people are like, no, fuck you for feeling that way, and it's like, what did I say wrong? Like, what are you
Yeah.
mad at? Like, I'm so confused.
I'm like a dumb person. I'm like dumb. Like I have half a master's degree, but I'm dumb. I graduated college with honors, but I'm dumb.
He
I'm like
says,
not that smart.
with a
And
master's
yet the
degree.
fact that I feel the fact that I'm like you, where I'm like, this seems pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
Why do we have any differing opinion? Like blows my mind. Where I'm like, I'm kind of stupid, and yet like this doesn't seem that complicated to me.
My biggest question now for people is like I read this article about all these Baptists are like getting together and having these huge conventions to try to ban gay marriage again. And like my biggest question to people that are on the side of that's like, what are you afraid of?
Right?
What's gonna
Like-
come into your home and grab you and change your
Me.
life? Like
It's-
you know what
it's
I mean?
me.
Like,
That's what I was about to
that's
say.
Crazy.
It's I feel like there are people who claim to be straight, who are so afraid of
do not
the
get
influence.
do not get me started.
Yeah, and it's like, but it's there. Admit that it's there, dude. Like, cause like if it's not there, what are you afraid of?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna go on the record about this. There was a time where I drove through rural Alabama. No joke. I'll tell you what city too if you want me
this
to.
is the sundown town.
I was driving through rural Alabama and rural Mississippi, and I got on Grindr, and it was all faceless picture, no pic defaults, and it hit me where I was like, oh, this is literally the problem. This is the I found it. Dads, husbands, grandpas,
Yeah.
DL on Grindr.
That's why
and
the
not
hate's so
not like
strong.
one or two. You keep scrolling and no one has a pickup. And I was like, oh my God. It was chilling. Someone who's been out since I've been a teenager. I flew to Washington in 2009 and marched for gay marriage with Obama. I did that. Like I was an activist with PFLAG and Forum for Equality and all this shit. And when I saw that not long ago, it fucked me up in my like mid 30s. I realized it and I was like, oh my God, it goes all the way to the top. Like, it was one of those moments where I'm like,
There's-
oh, fuck.
There's a guy who shall remain nameless. I won't out anybody, but I know him, and because I worked at Ruth Chris Steakhouse, and he was a regular there, and I think he's a lawyer or something. He's some kind of up top profession in Mobile, and everybody knows who he is. And he'd always come in with his wife and his son, his family or whatever. And a guy that I worked with at another restaurant in Mobile who's gay told me, he's like, oh, I've hooked up with that dude multiple times in hotel rooms and stuff. And he'll like give me money to pay for this and that. Da, da, da. It's like, yeah, he's on Grindr.
You
and all
have
this
no
shit. I'm
idea
like,
how
what the
common
fuck?
this is.
Like,
It is.
Damn,
It is
dude.
like so common and fucking scary and weird, and that is the root of a lot of this. It's fear.
I was gonna say,
It's-
like, and
it's
this is why the
also-
world is so. This is why people are fucking up the world.
You know
Because
what?
of this.
You know what it is? Like, the root of a lot of it too. It's that Christianity over years has been so implemented and pushed on people's heads, and in there that there is this fear of being who you might are supposed to be is gonna get you wind up in hell.
But
And it's
that's not
crazy.
real
Like,
either.
I know that's
Yeah,
crazy.
isn't that
to me.
crazy?
It's so insane.
The organized religion, and I grew up. Did you grow up Catholic?
Yeah, I went to Catholic school.
Did you grow up? What'd you grow up?
It was like a weird denomination, but it was Christian.
But it was Christian. Did you go to
Yeah.
church regularly?
Yes, a lot.
Did you go to Catholic school?
I went to Catholic school, and then my dad went to non-denominational church, so I went to both. I
Yeah.
got Catholic
Damn.
and non-denominational. Ugh.
Right.
Ugh.
But there comes a point where you have to think for yourself.
Yes.
And I just don't understand why I'm going to go out on a limb. 80% of America never gets to that point. That to me is fucking crazy. Where
Yes.
it's like, think about this for 1 minute. Does this make a lick of sense to you? Does the idea of like faith at all make sense?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Well, and also
You're staking a lot on something that you really don't know anything about, and there's genuinely no evidence of.
and you waste a lot of good years of your life assuming, well, there's heaven at the end of this anyway. It's like, no,
100%.
create your heaven on earth.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
live
that's
your
my
life
biggest
to the
thing.
fullest.
It's like you
crazy.
trick people into having terrible full lives, expecting a reward at the end.
Yeah.
and I'm like, you're robbing people blind. Like
Yeah.
it kills me.
It
Like,
is
people
such a
live-
pyramid scheme.
Dude, it's the oldest insurance scam ever.
Yes.
And
Like,
it's
it's
like
crazy.
when someone's like truly evil and like fucking up the planet, and people are like, "Oh, well, he's gonna burn in hell." It's like, no, he's not. We
Yeah.
should be creating his hell as a
Yes.
people right now.
Yes.
Like, this is his one time to experience. No, fuck you. Like,
And so much of it, though, is like a hereditary upbringing bullshit thing. Like, that's why most people are, in 2025, that's why most people are practicing the religion that they are. Because
Yeah.
it was handed down to them.
Yeah.
And they just haven't questioned it.
Yeah.
My mama was this, so I'm this. And it's just like,
And that's just
do you
what-
want more?
Yeah.
At all?
Well,
or you
for-
just didn't think about it?
I think for a lot of people, like that's just what reality is to them. Like that is the first way that they understood the world, and it's so hard to pierce that later on in life.
Do you
know?
feel that way? I don't feel that way. Do you think it's
well-
hard for other people?
It might be hard for other people, but like it happened early on for me.
Me too.
Personally. Like I was literally in Sunday school, and what question did I ask? I asked some question that they didn't have an answer for. It was like at the very beginning of the Bible, where I was like, hold on, if that's the case, then how it was something like very similar to like if there was only Adam and Eve. And then they had children, and then they took wives. Where are those wives?
Yes.
Like I think that's a popular one, but it was something along the lines of that. And my Sunday school teacher she basically said, "Shut up,
Yep.
like don't ask questions like that." And I immediately was like, "I don't. Why?
Yep.
Why
Yeah.
can't I ask? My mom answers all my questions. Like I trust her with my life. Like, so that was the moment I started pulling at the thread.
I remember when I was like 8 or 9, my mom was taking me to school, to St. Mary's Catholic School, and she was like telling me, she was like, look, you're going to school, it's a good school, you'll get a good education and stuff. And then she straight up, like, out of nowhere, she's like, I don't know what they're teaching you about gay people or whatever. She's like, but that's bullshit. She's like, you're not going to hell if you're gay. She's like, I have gay friends, they're awesome people. She
Did
just
she
like,
think you were gay?
no. Well, I don't know. I think
It
my
sounds
dad
like she
did.
thought you were
My
gay.
dad did at one
Well, she
point.
knew you were
And
going
she
to
might
Catholic
have.
school.
Yeah, maybe she did. Oh, I need to call her. Like, mom,
Like,
she's
I
having
will
a good
always
time.
love you.
But then
I-
she my mom's so my mom's side of the family is super democratic. dad's side of the family is very Republican, so
Yeah.
I got like both worlds.
Great.
And like my mom's dad was a communist. Like he knew Fidel
Fuck
Castro.
yeah.
He met him like multiple
Oh, I
times.
wish.
And
Oh, so
he-
lucky.
He's the reason why La Habana, Cuba, and Mobile are sister cities. He like got that started.
He's
So-
like the Dennis Rodman.
Yes,
of
exactly.
communism.
But so my mom, like, yeah, she would just straight up, she was like, I don't care what the fuck they teach you. Like, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Fuck all that. Like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, fine.
Hell yeah.
Like,
I latched on hard to Catholicism. Like I really did. I have a joke about it. It's like one of my clothes was about being an altar boy. I was an altar boy for so long. Into my senior year of high school, they gave me a fucking watch.
Damn.
I'm not kidding. Like I
That's
did.
like-
I had a crucifix tattooed on my back for real that I had covered up. Like I was really, really into it.
damn.
Wait, they give you a watch when you retire?
Yes.
As an altar boy? That's
Yes,
crazy.
not for everyone, but I was in it from like 4th grade till senior year in high school. I was a Eucharistic minister at Brother Martin in New Orleans.
What the?
Yes,
Awesome. You
but I
did-
went to one charismatic conference, one in Central Louisiana, and it fucked me up so bad. It's where people were speaking in tongues, and it was like
Oh,
laser
yeah.
lights. and
Yeah, I've
fucking-
seen all that.
They brought out the fucking monstrance with the Eucharist.
That was
and
like the
and I-
non-denominational church I went to.
I sat on the bus and did not speak to anyone on the bus ride back to New Orleans, and got back, and I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out for real.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing
Anybody
this shit.
else,
This shit is fucking crazy. It like put everything into perspective where I was like, oh, this is nuts. This is not real.
Yeah. Is it good?
Yeah, what
Okay,
if it
cool.
wasn't?
That
I
was
know. I wanted to make sure halfway in,
Audio
not
only.
all the way.
It's a 2006 podcast with a slideshow. Just Ryan on stage, like.
So I wanted to ask you. I was thinking about things to bring up while we were here, and there was one thing that was like,
Yeah, is
ringing
any of
in
this
my
funny?
head.
I think it's
Oh,
great.
Okay, great.
It doesn't. That's
This
one
is
of
what
the-
I love when the best podcast is when you sit down and no one really even asks the question. You just 26 minutes later, it's just
Yeah.
all right. Here we are.
And
Like,
again, that's one of the things I had to let go of to like really get like quality out of this podcast was like stop trying to be funny. Stop trying to inject
That's my
comedy
problem.
into it. Just
Yeah.
like it'll happen. Like y'all are funny people. You're having funny people on. People
Yeah.
you trust.
You know, that's the
The
trick
funny-
to crowd work, right?
Oh, word?
Amber Autry taught. You know Amber Autry? She's the funniest person ever. Amber taught me that, where she was like, the trick to crowd work is don't talk. She was like, let them talk.
Ooh.
Let them talk, and they will either say enough to hang themselves, and everyone will laugh. And don't try to be funny. You're a comedian. Whatever you say is going to be funny. Just let them talk, and it works.
That's
where
smart.
you just like open
I
the
like
floor,
that.
like keep
Comedians?
listening.
A lot of comedians watch. A lot of like open micer comedians. That's sage advice right there.
I don't.
Put that in your tool.
Let them hang themselves.
I
That's how
don't-
crowd work works.
I don't do a lot of crowd work. I mean, from time to time it
You've
slips
been
in.
getting-
I've
yeah,
done
dude.
more recently than ever, but
He's
I
been
still
dropping
don't
some
do a lot of
bombs.
crowd work. But I recently discovered, Adam Ray. He does the Dr.
course, yeah.
Phil. Like I've seen, like when I'm just scrolling reels on Facebook, occasionally he'll pop up, and the way he does crowd work is always beautiful to me because he's so positive. Like some people are nervous to even talk to the meetings; they think they're going to be mean, and he's just like, "What's your name, man?" Joe. Joe, that's awesome, man. What do you do for work? Like everything. Like he gets them excited to talk, and then he's like, something funny's going to come, and he knows, but he's
Yeah.
like, he's sitting there like bobbing and weaving,
That's the
waiting for
trick.
it, like waiting
you
for
let
it.
them,
like-
let them keep talking.
yeah.
Yeah, it's when comics try to force it, where they're like, "Oh, you're from Alabama, dumbass." Like it's
Yeah.
like, why are you doing this? Like
I
just
know, right?
Like I know you don't feel that strongly about me being a farmer or like whatever it is. Like you have some like reaction or a pre-written bit or some shit. It's like
Joshua Jordan's bit at Lafayette Comedy Fest was. Did you see him?
I did not get to
His
see his
bit
set.
was he's not good at crowd work, so he'd be like, "Where are you from, New Jersey? I got nothing."
God.
He's like, and then he kept being like, "Why do I keep trying this? Like,
Ryan-
not good at it."
Ryan Deacle has been doing this thing that I love. where
It's
he's
fake.
Like, he's like,
I don't like it. I want to yell at him. I was hoping to see him this weekend, so I could be
Ryan
like, "Stop
Deagle?
posting fake crowd work." Yeah,
no,
it's pissing
that,
me
this
off.
is the actual bit that he
he
does.
does this on stage, but he
Like-
does this thing where he's like, all right, instead of crowd work, I want the crowd to work on me. So here's what we're gonna do. He points out somebody. He's like, ask me, what's my name and what do I do for work. And he's like, oh, he's like, what's your name? Right. Me? And then he's like, dude, it's so good. And then
That's funny,
he's-
actually.
He's like, Ryan. He's like, what do you do for work? He goes, I don't have to answer that. He just walks off stage. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's
See,
ridiculous.
he's so funny. I love
Dude,
him.
he's hilarious.
I adore him. But when I saw his clip this week of like, I hope you're listening, motherfucker, of like the
No,
fake
dude.
crowd work thing, I wanted to fucking text him and be like, "Don't do this.
He
You're
told me-
cheating. Stop it.
Well,
Other people are going to copy you. Other people are stupid.
The
Don't
thing
do
is,
this.
he had to tell me this, that the clips he was using of the crowd was from Kings of Comedy.
100%.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
obvious.
Be obvious.
Yes, it's
Like,
like
I
ladies
didn't-
in church hats.
Yeah.
But
and I was like, what the fuck
the bit
venue
is
is
that
this?
see
Like,
that's the bit is like he knows it's bad. Like he loves that kind of shit where he's like, this is so bad it's hilarious. He's like he that's his style, dude. He's upset.
Yeah.
He loves Tim and Eric and that weird like.
Yeah, look. You don't have to sell me on Ryan Deacle. I think he's the man. But it's just the precedent of like fake crowd work clips as a concept. I was
Yeah.
like, people are going to copy this. They don't get the bit.
It's not so
now
much-
it's going to be a whole thing.
Yeah, it's not so much what he's doing, but what the influence will be in the meta going forward.
Can I tell you my scammy plan for social content?
Yeah.
A fake podcast. Hear me out.
Okay.
It doesn't lead anywhere. But it's just like super cut clips of like people saying really hot buttony stupid sound bites, and it's like 30 seconds long and it leads nowhere. And you batch like 24 of them and you just put them out there.
This exists.
Ah, okay.
Does it?
Yes.
It doesn't go anywhere? Oh, I think it's so
This
funny.
exists. But it's still in its infancy, I'll say. No one's done anything like super creative with
I
it.
wanted to call
I'll
it the
say.
Notcast, and it
Yeah.
just doesn't go anywhere. And it's just the social clips of being like Sydney Sweeney's tits, am I right? And it's like 2 other things, and then like that's the end.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's fun because that's all people want out of a podcast. Sometimes it's like the clips they could share. It's like, why don't we just cut out the middleman?
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's our podcast. That ends up happening. We post a clip, it gets 1,000 views. We post an episode, it gets 40 views.
Yeah, no,
Like,
that's
God
it.
damn
See?
It's the
People
real ones,
just want
though.
the clip. Yeah, Ryan.
Do you have a hot
Deacle.
take that we can clip right now? that what you react
actually,
to?
Actually, yeah. One that I actually set up all of this to ask you guys. So I've been wondering if I'm a funnier comedian when I'm single. Have you ever thought about that?
No.
Like I don't.
Why?
I have thought about this. I don't know if I am or not, but I do think I'm a.
Are
Different
you single
comedian.
right now?
Yes.
Do you think you're funnier?
I think that I feel freer to say
You
and
just
think about.
you have more time to pay attention to the craft.
It's not the
It's
time.
like-
Is what I'm saying. Like it's something. Sometimes I'll think of if I'm in a relationship, I will think of a joke and be like, I think this is funny. I want to say this on stage. I don't want to have to deal with the argument that I'm going to be in.
That's a you
when
thing
she-
then. No,
Yeah.
don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
You
I feel the
cannot be
same
burdened
way.
by that. You do feel the same way
No,
too?
no. I feel the same way as you, where it's like people in my family that are alive that I talk to a lot have caught some stray bullets on stage. Where
Me
I'm like,
too.
man, if they
I've
hear that,
straight up killed
my
my
mom is
grandmother in
gonna
a joke.
cry.
Me too. Yeah.
I have a couple bits where I'm like, my mom might cry if she hears this
Just
material.
to be clear, I did not kill her, but she dies in a joke, and she is alive in real life.
I've
And I
killed
call
my
that killing.
own mother in a joke, and then the punch, something about, oh God, how did it go? When I was young, this woman told me that my voice sounds like I have dicks in my mouth, and then 10 years later, she died of throat cancer, and that's karma, and also rest in peace, mom.
Ooh.
And I've said that in the room with her. But I also had to go over to her house the day before and be like, you're coming to my special, and I have this joke that you haven't heard. I'm going to say it right now, but you know it's not real, right? I had to like preface it.
You were setting her up not because you wanted to warn her that the joke was
It was
coming.
a courtesy.
That you wanted her to not say anything
Correct.
to ruin it.
Dude.
That's
You're like,
right.
I'm going to say this. Shut up.
She said, don't tell that joke again. I don't like it. And I said, I got bad news for you. I've been telling that joke for 9 months. You're the last one to hear it. Everyone's heard this joke.
No,
Sorry, Mom,
I
it
mean,
kills.
my Wednesday night we did an open mic, and my mom's friends were there. My mom lives in North Carolina. She used to live in Mobile, and her friends were sitting there, and they pulled out their phone and started filming me. And it was right when I was doing the bit about how
yeah.
I know that I couldn't have been gay because my mom raised me, and there was no way she was going to teach me how to keep a man.
So funny.
And yeah, but
Classic.
I just know. But you catch my mom on the wrong day, a rainy Sunday, and like, oh man, that might really hurt her feelings.
The joke that my mom was most averse to was I have a joke about my dad fucking black drag queens, and she was pissed about that. And I was like, I went to my dad. She said it in front of him after a show. They came to a show, and she goes, I really hated that. And I go, did you hate it? To my dad. And he was like, well, not really. And I was like, well, your opinion is the only one that matters in this case. Like,
Yeah.
also, we all know, or is it true? Like, did I strike a nerve? What the fuck?
I had a bit
Yeah.
forever. It's like a true story, but the second part's a bit. But like, where my grandma one time was like, was like, yeah, I'll probably never see you do comedy. And I was like, why? And she's like, because I just don't want to see you talk like that. And in
That's
my head,
funny.
I'm like, Gammy, you say the N-word. And I come and watch you perform every Thanksgiving.
I thought you were gonna say that because she thought she was dying. Like, I'll never get the chance. And you're like, why? Are you on hospice?
No, dude. It's just because, she doesn't want to hear me cuss and stuff. And it's like, in my 30 years on Earth, I've heard you say some wild shit, Grandma. You know what I mean?
To answer your question, though, like, I don't think you should be with anyone. I mean, it's just me. I don't think you should date anyone that has any problem with, like, literally your art and you being like, this is literally performance and make-believe. And if I bring you into it, it's a fucking joke to heighten this concept I have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've just been in that situation a few times, and I'm like, man, I enjoy the freedom of, like, I'm just going to write this joke and I'm going to say it on stage, and I'm going to go home and sleep peacefully because I don't give a fuck.
Have you heard the shit I say about my husband, the person I'm married to? Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
What's he going to do? You know? He knew what he was getting into. Come on.
And that's another thing. It's like you'll date someone that knows you're a comedian.
Yeah.
That knows that you do this, and then be like, well, I have a problem with you doing that.
Here's the deal.
What?
First of all, what? I
What?
agree with you. We met, my husband and I, we've been together for 8 years. We met because I had a famous, you can look it up, sex blog.
Okay.
It was called exboyfriendmaterial.com, like it's still out there. But he was a fan and he wrote in fan mail. That's how Drew and I actually met.
Really?
Yeah. I
That's
used
cool.
to write
That's
for
romantic.
BuzzFeed and like Hello Giggles. Like I
my
published
God.
essays in all these literary journals and
I
stuff. Like
may have
I'm a
read your
real
work
writer.
before.
But we met through it, and so when I started doing stand-up, my family, everyone knows that this is who I've been for. I wrote the sex column for my university newspaper for 4 years.
Y'all's story is like the LGBTQ plus version of You've Got Mail.
You've got male genitalia.
Holy shit. Do you have that as a bit already or something?
No.
That's hilarious. I
Oh,
love
thanks.
that.
I do this for a living. It
You've
better
got
be funny.
male genitalia.
You heard it here, folks.
But that's my point, is like, he can't get mad. I'm like, this is how we met, is me
Yeah.
like self-expression of like really personal, really dark shit
Like,
for public consumption. Like,
He could be accused of acting brand new at that
100%.
point. It's like, what are you doing?
And also, it's like
Nothing's off
you
limits.
don't realize, like, when you, especially the deeper you get with your material and the more you express things, the more you like can affect other people, like, in a positive way. Because like I used to be nervous about, like, when I first found out my kids were autistic, there was like all these mixed. I didn't know how to feel about it. It was like I was still drinking and doing blow and stuff, so I was like kind of depressed about it. I was like, something wrong with me. Like, what does this mean? All this stuff. And then I started talking about it on stage and making jokes about it. And now, like, so a lot of times I'll get on stage and other parents of autistic kids, I'll end up having a 20-minute conversation about,
Yes.
oh, my kid bites people too, and I'm like, oh shit, like,
Excellent.
And then it's like, but like we sit there like and it's like, oh man, we're not alone in the world.
Same
you
with
know what I
sobriety.
mean? Like, yeah,
every time.
yeah.
Or the worst is like a lady will come up without fail all the time and be like, I have a son and he's also gay, and every time I'm like, do you want me to fucking fight him? Like, do you want me to kick his ass? But the sobriety thing, same. Like, it helped me process a lot of it. I didn't know what to do with it. It was my way to like tell stories that even my husband did not know how bad my drug addiction was. I was hiding it from him in our own house, and doing stand up, like telling those stories are all real. But that was my way of like, I gotta get this out here. Like, I gotta deal with it, and it helped me. It helped us heal faster. I'm not kidding, because I'm just talking about doing blow off my phone on Facebook Live all the time now.
Yeah,
and therefore he's numb to it because I've said it 1,000 times. There's no hiding it anymore.
Yeah, and I also like how like you watch or comedy boost someone's confidence over years of doing it, because like even just like Ryan Deacle, when the first time he started doing the joke about how he fucked his couch as a child, he was like nervous about it. It's like I could tell this energy of like, well, people think I'm weird, kind of, and like literally last night at Slurp Society, he was like, yeah, so when I was a kid, I had a couch, I fucked it. Get over it. Just like it's like the confidence just
He's
boom.
the man.
Like,
For the record, Ryan, I know I talk shit about your thing. I love you. I wouldn't have booked you last week if I didn't love you. I think he's
Ryan's
awesome.
the man.
He's so funny. Who else do we like from like the Gulf Coast? Like, who did you see folks at Lafayette Comedy Fest that like you hadn't met before?
Yeah, I hadn't met Joshua Jordan before.
Mm-hmm. He is so funny to me.
I think he was the only one that I hadn't met before. I briefly kind of like walked past Shane Torres and said hey or whatever,
Yeah, he's
but he had a great set. He was hilarious.
I saw him open for David Cross and Sean Patton, and he at Tipitina's like a couple months ago. He crushed. I went and had drinks with him at Tipitina's. My friend Garrett was there, and he's like, or at Miss Mays, and he was like, hey, come meet. So I got to meet Shane, David Cross, like Sean.
Yeah.
It was really cool. But then I saw him the next night, and he murdered with that bit. Did you see his whole set? You did, didn't you? Shane Torres this time?
We saw like 20 minutes, and we had to hit the road. We tried
His
to say.
closer that he did at Lafayette Comedy Fest was his opener at Tipitina's, and where he shits on nurses.
Yeah.
It's the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard.
I don't think I saw that one.
He just goes, any nurses in the building? Woo! And he goes, yeah, they'll fucking tell you, won't they? Shut up, you fucking medical
Oh, yes,
janitors.
yes, I did, yes.
It is so...
Yes,
and
I
then he
did
just
see-
goes
yes.
in. and
Okay,
he won't
yes,
let it-
yes, I did see that.
So funny.
I love the bit also. He was just talking about. Like he said, you ever hit an age where you just before your eyes even open in the morning, you're already just like, I wish someone would today. it's and I was like, man, yeah. The older I get, that starts happening.
Yeah.
You start
Oh, my
waking up
God.
and you're like, today's not the day.
He's so funny. Who do you like?
Like comedy wise?
Yeah.
On the Gulf
Oh.
Coast, specifically?
Yeah, like region. Like, who's a local that you like, or locals?
Oh God. Do I?
You're like, I hate everyone.
Well, I'm trying to figure out like what category should I go? Like people I know.
Yeah, sure.
Well, we always say Delicia Nicholas.
Yeah, she's the best.
is like the best of us. Like
She rocks.
If
She's
like the
hilarious.
aliens came and were like, give us the best Gulf Coast comedian, like we would all have to just tuck our tails and be like, put Lisa up there.
Yeah,
I love
she's
Delisa.
incredible.
She's the best hope for humanity right now.
She's just natural.
Yeah.
But as I've not been booked on like a lot of like big shows lately, I have been noticing a lot of the open mic like smaller comedians we have in the area. And
Isn't that
there's
fun, though?
Yes, there's a dude we have named Alan. I do not know his last name.
he's like serious
Bruh.
autism. Like
Yeah.
like claps with one hand. He's constantly twitching and messing with his pockets.
Is
and
he the
can't
guy
sit
at the open
still.
mic that one time at Oyster City that went up and put a mask on and read like a poem?
No,
No,
that's
no, no.
Clinton Grimes.
Oh,
yeah.
There's another guy, bro. We can get into Clinton.
I was wilding out. I saw this shit. Carson, you were hosting,
Yeah,
or was
no, Mikey was hosting, but I remember I was standing next to you, and you turned to me, and you're like, "I fucking love this shit."
He
I
is
did.
the
I said,
best.
"This is what an open mic should be.
Yes.
It should be crazy.
Clinton Grimes. I don't know if we
Take
talked
a
about
risk,
him.
motherfucker."
I don't know if
Dude.
we've talked about Clinton Grimes on this podcast, but he has a song about like death sleds. It's about cars
Oh,
and like
man.
drunk driving and like car fatalities and shit. It's so hype. Like
It'll
crazy.
like when he does it, it'll start off with him just singing, and it's just a cappella. He's singing, and then he'll do the chorus, which is like "Death Sled," and then but by the second and third chorus, the entire audience knows to go "Death Sled." Like it
Yeah,
just
it's a
gets
moment.
hyped, dude.
like you're
It's
looking
incredible.
like at each other like, dude, we're all cool in here,
Clinton,
right? Like we're all friends
Clinton
now.
Grimes is our Harlan Williams. That's
Yeah,
who
that's
he
so
is,
sick.
for sure.
Oh, sorry.
I
But-
love a new open mic comic that's like good.
Oh yeah.
We've
yeah,
got one
dude,
called
that's the
Ramsey
best.
Roner, and Ramsey, shout out. Ramsey's like 24, 23, and he's like a bro, and he's like stoner vibes, and he's like, he weightlifts, like he weightlifted in college, so he's like kind
Hell
of
yeah.
dumb on purpose. He's also got a long-term girlfriend, and he's bisexual.
Yeah.
But he's got like his delivery is like, bro, he's got like a really deep voice. His writing is hysterical. Hysterical.
you
He's
know-
great. He's gonna be famous. He's one of those where it's like he's got
you,
it.
You just know.
Speaking of someone I had never met before that blew my mind at the Lafayette Comedy Festival.
Zeke
Tall, no,
Buchholz.
no, I know Zeke. Tall, blonde-haired kid, younger.
Garrett Nelson.
Is that who that is?
Garrett, he's got like the hair. He's from
Yeah,
Ruston. He
like-
did
like-
a long washing machine dryer bit.
Man, that dude's writing for like he's what 8 months into comedy, I think, or something
He's
like that.
really
like
talented.
2
He's from
years,
Ruston. I know.
Man, dude,
Not
it's-
gay.
I was on stage just listening to his writing, and I was like, "This dude rules."
Yeah.
I fucking
He
love
did,
this
like,
guy.
He has a 5-minute bit about his new dryer, and it won't end, and it is so funny. And I'm like, as a comic, I'm like, are we still talking about the fucking dryer? But
Oh,
it's
dude,
still
there's
funny.
nothing- that's why I love Norm Macdonald. Like he'll do a 14-minute bit on one
I
specific
can't do
subject.
that. I
just,
could never do that. My writing is so like. So did I'm gonna get to a point. Did I tell you that between when we were? I'm sorry to keep bringing up fucking Lafayette, but
you're good.
when we were in Lafayette a couple weekends ago, I was on the 11 a.m. and then on the hosted the 6.
Mm-hmm.
In between that, I went to Academy Sports and Outdoors and bought a gun.
Isn't
that weird?
Yeah, that's weird.
I bought a Glock. It was my first gun. I just was like, I think I want one. I like I moral high grounded myself.
No.
I swear to God, I've been so anti-gun my entire life, and then all of a sudden I had this aha moment where I was like, why don't I have one? And also,
Yeah.
why don't I want one? Because they have it and I can't, and I have the moral high ground. why?
Yeah.
Why? Talk about the apocalypse end times and getting prepared. So I went and I tried it out, and my husband was the last to know. I was like, oh, I'm buying a gun. And he was like, you're not buying a gun. Why?
So you love hiding things from that guy.
And I wanted to talk about it on the 6th. I had it in my car, my new Glock.
That's crazy.
But I couldn't do it. My point is I'm going to do it tonight, but I can't. My brain as a comic won't let me write more than like 10 jokes about it. Like, I cannot stay on. I have to move on. Like, I'm like, okay, we milked it. These are the jokes that I have in my soul about having a gun. This is it. Then we have to move on. It's so great. But gay jokes I can write fucking forever. But the Norm Macdonald thing, I just can't do. I have to be like, this is it. And then it's going to get whittled down to like 5 jokes over time. And then those are going to be my gun jokes. That's it.
I have a similar, like, how you were talking about, like, when you're on a subject, it's like that has a limit. But, like, for instance, you were saying with you can do gay jokes, like, forever, jokes about being gay forever. It's like I feel that way about black jokes, like
but
jokes about being black. That's what it's like I feel like that is an endless well of, like, especially being black and being down here around white people. It's like I could talk about this for the rest of my life.
But you should. And when I got started, I'm not one of my best comic friends in the world, Marcus Bond, who I think is top 5 that I know by far. He's going to be famous if he stops doing coke. You hear me? Marcus told me when I was like 6 months in, he's like, why don't you try stuff that's not gay? And I didn't get offended by it, but I was like, why? This is how I see the world. That's the only lens through which I can see. That's it. That's who I am. I'm a gay person first before anything else. So I tried it, and I just kept coming back to it. And then 4 years later, Marcus is like, why did I even challenge you on that? This is what you know. And so that's what you know, being black and in the South. And like,
I
that's what you know.
have a bit about this, about like I love like word. That's my favorite thing. Like I love callbacks and wordplay and like fucking with like the way words sound and shit. But like it's always like I will do that and always end up talking about racism.
Me too.
Like, I can't like get away from it.
If I'm not bringing up a fucking glory hole or something, I'm doing something wrong, because that's how my brain works. I have to make it gay. I can't not do it. I try and I can't.
Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, no matter what alley I go down in like joking or in the set, I always come back to being bad at relationships, alcoholism, and kids. Like that's like the core of what my comedy is.
Mine are gay,
That's
marriage, sobriety. Like I have my buckets, and I'm like, well, I can detour. Like, but it's always going to come back to one of those things. But being on the road with Jen Kober, who's a lesbian comic from Lake Charles who lives in LA, I've been opening for her for the last like year and a half on the road. I have had to learn how to write jokes just for women. Yeah, it's crazy because I was a blind spot for a long time. And I've had to get out of my comfort zone and be like, write for an all-female audience, write for a lesbian audience, like write for a queer audience that are women. And it's really challenged me. And it's been really fun, but I have to do my take on it because I can't pander. I want to, and I just can't do it. And I'm like, I want them to like me, but I'm just like, but it has to be mean. I have to be caustic because that's how I am as a person. It's fun.
No, it is a good time. I mean, and also it's like you learn more about yourself when you broaden your subjects. I've noticed. So like the more that I've been writing, like sobering up and like thinking about how I feel about things, and like writing bits about this or about that, all of a sudden your opinion gets stronger, and you have like a bet. I used to have no opinions on anything, and now I was just so drunk all the time. I was like, I don't feel nothing about that. It's like, oh, I just feel nothing because I'm just drunk all the time, and then I sobered up and I was like, hey, I don't like that.
Yeah.
No, that's funny. Because do a bit about that.
People
always
get
meta with it.
People be like, "Oh, you and Carson are roommates. Like y'all ever say like y'all never like fight or anything." It's like, no, we used to fight all the time, and I feel like that was the root of it for me because it was like, I wanted to grab you and shake you and be like, wake up!
Like things matter.
Because I think the first like big fight we got into was about Dave Chappelle when he was like talking about trans people all the time, and you were like, dude, what? It doesn't matter. Like I think your big thing was like it's just comedy. And
it's funny that you were on the right side of that.
Like really?
Yeah, you being the black guy.
Oh yeah,
that's funny to me that you're like, this is wrong. Yeah, stereotypically.
But I've always been that dude, and like I'm always loud about shit that I don't think is right. Like I have this heightened sense of injustice where it's like, no, that's not right. Like I get really mad. So like when that was happening, I was like, no, it's not that he can't say that. He's acting like he's not doing harm when he says it. Like he acts like it's just flippant, whatever. Like no, he's changing minds. He's programming people, and he doesn't know it. And I was just getting like so frustrated. I'll never forget this. We were at Brickyard, like we were at the picnic tables, and I got up and stormed off. Like I couldn't.
Yeah, we got into an argument.
Oh,
And he
yeah.
said, this is
We
before
were
we moved in
screaming.
together.
Yeah,
actually.
this was years before that.
And you still wanted to move in with him after that?
Yeah,
You're like,
we
this
were
guy's
fine.
hot takes.
This was years after that. Like we had talked about it. Like
We've
I think
all
we had
grown
made
up
up
a
like
lot.
shortly after. Like I think you texted me like.
Oh
after,
yeah,
like,
I am one of those
Yeah.
people. Like I can act tough face to face.
Yeah.
I go home and I'm like, I need everyone to love me. I'm so sorry.
I'm the same way.
And honestly, I was sitting at home like, man, you just got up and you threw a tantrum, dude. Like you, damn, that's a lot.
I remember he didn't
dude.
text me back the next day, and I was like, "Damn, he hates my guts." And I think like I bumped into him at a mic like 3 days later. He's like, "Oh, dude, you're fine." I was like, "Oh, thank God."
I wasn't even thinking about that, and you're like, I was ready to jump off
So
the
dude,
bridge.
for 72 hours, like I've ran 3 red lights. I've been thinking so hard about it. I haven't even
That's
paid
so
attention.
funny.
But nah, man, like yeah, and I guess at some point during, I guess just shit happening, and like your sobriety was a big thing. Like all of a sudden, it felt like, oh, he's like angry about shit now. He's like annoyed. I like this.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of with you. Like, I've always had hard opinions, but like being sober has really helped me be like, no, I'm not budging on this. I'm like, I
Yeah.
feel very strongly.
100%.
That's my whole set. My whole set is me having like hard takes about like literally. I think gay marriage is a mistake, kinda. Like, I think we jumped into it as a society way too hard.
I
We don't
love
know
that
if it's
bit.
tested.
I love that bit.
But like that's just one example of like, I think having hard I mean, that's like, I hate to say it, but like that isn't that improv 101 where it's like have a take.
Yeah,
Like,
Like the
Yeah.
minute someone says it, you have to. I love it. I hate it. Or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know anything about improv. It's just people
I try to
having a
know
British
as a-
accent throwing an invisible ball. As far as
man.
I'm concerned.
people wearing tucked in shirts and jeans. Dude, I just like
That's
I'm sorry,
funny.
dude. Like
Well-
that's the thing about improv. I'm sorry, we don't have to do this.
No,
No.
that's really funny.
Why does it have to be that, y'all? Why can't y'all just wear your normal clothes?
No,
Why y'all
yeah,
have to
yeah.
wear a sort of uniform? I hate that.
God, that
Stop.
shit is so funny to me.
That is hilarious. Y'all look like bus boys.
That's the first thing I know. And then they do this like while they're like waiting on their prompt or whatever. Like, oh my god, just act normal.
My hot
I'm
take
sorry.
about improv is I feel very strongly about comics being paid for what they're worth, except for improv. Where I'm like, we didn't prepare anything. You're just
Excuse me.
yeah.
I wrote
I'm kind of joking, but I'm also like, you want me to pay for this?
I
You
have to
made
give
it up.
You ideas?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Wait, I gave you ideas and then I paid tickets to get in here. That's crazy.
But I'm hilarious.
Wait,
Like,
I'm working right now.
Yeah.
I'm on the clock, I guess.
Damn.
Damn.
I used to have some dumb bit. It never worked, but I was like, poetry is to entertainment what flyers are to advertisement. Like, I was like,
That's not
I
that's
just-
not
You
true.
know what I mean? Like, it's like, I see it.
I love bits like that like hit the cutting room floor that you're like my famous one that would not work was like, why don't we have car horns that are customized? And I could not stop thinking about it. I'm like, why does that technology not exist?
Yeah.
Why
You
can't
know
you
what?
customize your car? Like, I would not stop thinking about it, and I was like, I have to get this to work. And I was like, people are not
here's-
gelling with this idea.
The reason it doesn't work as a joke is because it's a real fucking. It's like you actually need to figure out like why. Like it's not a joke. Like do real
Like,
research.
then I thought you could,
You can tap it, but it.
because there's a horn in Pulp Fiction. Supposedly does a when
but
Bruce
that's
Willis is
all-
walking down the street. I
Yes.
guess that's true. Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's the. Is that the
Like
only
the jalopy
option?
horn
yeah,
from
or
like
like
SpongeBob.
or,
It's the same one.
or that one NASCAR driver had the beep beep. He drove the.
but why don't we all
Roadrunner.
have that ability?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
like,
know.
why,
You know what
I'm saying?
why don't we have options?
Because
Like,
we should have
also,
options.
Yeah.
also, you're probably gonna cause way more wrecks when everyone's fucking horn is Snoop Dogg yelling. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that- or I just don't like that everyone's horn means like it sounds like it means the same thing. You know, like if
You
I
need
go
tones?
like
Oh, yeah, you want,
I don't
like-
want that sound to come out when I just need you to go at the
You want
red
it-
light.
you-
You
you
know,
know,
I want like
I think
little,
that's my point.
Like
You want like whisper setting.
yeah, or just like a tap on your
Yeah,
windshield.
yeah.
Like,
But why can't it be Mike Jones? Like,
I
I,
mean,
don't
that's-
know.
it should look.
It
we
just-
have
it keeps me
ringtones.
up at night.
I tell you
The
what,
ringtone thing is that's the justification.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm
Okay.
like, why can't we customize this? Like, so many things about our automobiles can cause a wreck. Why is this like an outline? Oh, it might
We
fuck
draw
something
the
up.
line.
Why? I don't know.
well, guys, I gotta finish setting up this
Oh, that's true. We have a show
sound
tonight.
system for
We
the
do
show.
have a show tonight.
Ryan Rogers is headlining
Oh, that's
tonight
true.
at Cedar Street Social, which we are at right now in the
If
green
you-
room.
If you
aka
didn't
the yellow
attend the
room.
show, I guess you've missed it.
Yeah,
already.
you've already missed it. This will
Yeah.
be out in probably
This
December.
podcast will be out next Friday.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Next Friday, the
Excellent.
29th.
So see me in the past, I guess.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. See what he's doing tonight.
Take the train to New Orleans. See me there.
As we said when Tyler Arsenault sat here, is like he murdered. So
Yeah, he
that's all you
killed.
need
It
to
was
know.
a
He
great
already
show. You
killed.
missed
It's
an
already
amazing
it's in
show.
the bag.
Tyler sat here.
Yeah, he sat right
I gotta
here.
burn this couch.
Wow. No,
The ghost of Hacks passed.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the
I love
fuck out of
Tyler.
here.
Tyler,
Tyler's
I
the
love
best.
you.
All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. This is Midtown Malfunction. I'm Carson Taylor.
I'm Ryan D. Adams.
And this-
I'm Ryan Rogers.
He's the
That's true.
best. Appreciate y'all.
Thank y'all.
Fuck Morris Day.